0, 1. Let's get started.
It's wet and rotting. It needs to come out. I don't know if it's the whole deck, but very well could be. I think I'm just gonna pull this deck up.
0, 1. Let's get started.
And now I'm thinking, because look, so this is plywood up here too, but there's balsa wood in it, so it looks like where they wanted to kind of reinforce it, they put plywood down, but it's gone. I think I just want fresh fiberglass, so I'm gonna just rip this off.
0, 1, 2, 3. Let's get started.
Oh, that's real good. You've got to get a hold of yourself.
Ain't nobody stopping me.
Let's get started.
We've had pretty bad weather for like a month and a half, and a lot of rain, and it was cold, windy, and then I had some guests, there was Christmas, there's been all kinds of things, so I'm back on it. A little bit of a learning curve here. I put 2 layers of pretty thick fiberglass on there, biaxial 1708 and some pretty thick chop strand, and I thought that would be enough, and it's strong enough, but it's still like it's not flush, and I don't want to fill it all in with fairing compound, so I'm going to put another layer on there. But because it's been so long since I did the first 2 layers, I have to sand it down, and I've already gone through, I've sanded maybe 1/3 of it. It's taken me almost an hour. It's tough stuff, so it eats it up pretty quick. Yeah, I think it's safe to assume that these little areas will get air in them, and we don't want that, so. Taken all day long.
0, 1. Let's get started.
Why they stopping me?
I'll be working atop this ladder. and I set up shop down here. This is where I'll be mixing up my resin, and all my supplies are down here. And then I wedged my fiberglass over here. That way I just have a short trip to get up there and get working. It's crazy windy and gusty, so putting the fiberglass down initially is going to be a trick. Wish me luck.
0, 1, 2, 3. Let's get started.
Oh, that's real good. You've got to get a hold of yourself.
Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me. Stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me. Ain't nobody stopping me.
So this time I'm going to sand it down better. On the previous coats, I just kind of knock off the high spots because I'm trying to build it up. But it's several thinnish layers. It goes on kind of thick, but then you're sanding it off. It's really tough. I'm not worried about it cracking. It flexes a little. It's good stuff, but it sands easily, but it's still tough. Anyhow, let me get to it. I'm gonna put another coat on there, and hopefully it cures in time for me to put a final coat. But first I need to sand it down and see where I'm at. And I'd like to get this done before I go back to work. I work Saturday, Sunday, and Monday tattooing, and in theory, that helps pay for all of this. So I got my 6th layer on here, and you'd think that would be plenty, but it won't be. Once I sand this down, it'll be really close. I've mixed it extra hot. It's a cool day. It's about 70 degrees. Beautiful day. Beautiful day at Riverside Boatyard. The mosquitoes aren't out. They don't like 70. That's too cold for them. It's almost too cold for me. But while this is curing, which could take half the day, it does take a while, about 4 hours or so, before you can sand it. Sometimes it takes all day when it's cool like this. That's why I put a lot more harder catalyst in there. But I have plenty of other things to do while that's curing. I'm gonna sand the rest of this, and that'll take me hours to do. And if it isn't cured by then, I'll start working on the other side. This little guy is Charlie Brown. I found him growing underneath my boat. He's my new bonsai tree. We're gonna go sailing through the Caribbean together. I love you, Charlie Brown. It never really warmed up today, and the deck stayed tacky, too tacky to sand. It would just mess up the sandpaper. So I sanded the side. This is as far as I got. It takes forever, and you use a lot of sandpaper. But anyways, progress. I still got that much on this side, and then the whole other side, and then, you know, the cockpit, and the whole bottom side. So I'm going to take the scoot back to the truck stop in the RV, and I feel like I had a pretty good, we got one more day before I go back to work. So let's flip this around here. One more day before I go back to work. So tomorrow I should be able to sand. There's going to be a little bit, let's go take a look at it. There's going to be a little bit of, this is my catwalk. Get it? Catwalk, because it's a catamaran. See what I did there? So you can really see with the sun going down how rough it is. That is literally as smooth as I could get it. I tried so hard. Still a little tacky, but tomorrow it'll be good and I can sand it down and there'll be a little bit of touch up, a little bit more fairing. And then, I don't know, I kind of don't want to do the primer just right there because, you know, you burn through some supplies and it's not a very big area. So I might try and get the entire deck done. Like I said, I got to do that next. And then there's a soft spot right here where there was another cleat. That's pretty bad. This is good, this area, and over here, that's good. There are some cracks around the hatches. You can see, like here's one here. So that, you know, I'm gonna need to do some work there. And I'm gonna remove all these stanchion bases off of the side of it, and it'll just be smooth like that because I'm just not gonna have through holes on the top of the deck unless, you know, I have to. So anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up and get out of here because it's just gonna get colder as the sun goes down, and I think we had a pretty good day. So put my toys away. That's Blue Thunder. I love that scooter. It's just so much fun. I don't even care if I look goofy on it because I love it. And it'll do 70 miles an hour if you tuck down and you're going with the wind. Anywho, peace out. Get your motor running. Head out on the highway. Looking for adventure in whatever comes our way. Na, 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 na. So it's Friday and I have to go back to work tomorrow. It's cold out, very windy. I started sanding my 6th layer of fairing compound, and it's pretty obvious I'm going to need at least 2 more layers. And I'm not going to get that done today, especially with it being this chilly. I'll be able to get 1 more layer on there, and it's not going to be cured in time to sand it and add another layer. So it'll be next week before I can wrap up this side of the bow. But I do want to finish this video and upload it tonight or tomorrow morning, and I still have to edit it and all that. My next video, I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna do a DIY how to core a deck using you know, high density foam, because I didn't see any good videos on that, and it looks like a lot of the videos that I did see had, you know, over 1,000 views. And you know, I mean, really, I'm doing this. My 2 main reasons for starting a YouTube channel are my friends and family, because some of them are very interested in what I'm doing, you know, because, you know, it's kind of unique. It's, you know, the whole living on a boat and sailing, and that is interesting, you know, to my friends and family, and hopefully to some other people too. And then the other reason is because
I need accountability. You know, I'm alone on the boat, and I'm doing this, you know, basically by myself. I get a little help here and there. Some friends will come, and or family, and they'll help me for a day or two. Or, you know, some of my boat neighbors, I might solicit their help to do something that I can't, you know, it takes two people to do, because there are several things that one person just, you know, really can't do, or it's super difficult to do by yourself. You know, like carrying something that's big and awkward, as an example. Anyway, so, you know, if I make videos, then that gets me excited about, you know, keeping busy and getting things done. If I'm just left to my own devices, I'm liable to spend, you know, get on my phone and start scrolling or something like that, and you know, wasting an incredible amount of time. And I am paying good money to be in this yard. It's expensive, and I don't want to be here forever. I want to go sailing. I'm enjoying doing the refit, but I would much rather be sailing around, and exploring, and you know, not spending time working on a boat. You know, this isn't an easy thing. I mean, it's fun and it's rewarding when I get a project done and I can look at it. That's another thing too. When I'm editing the videos, I'm like, oh yeah, I did all this stuff, because you do sort of forget all the things you did to get to that point when it's done and you're just looking at it. Like, an incredible amount of work went into making that Dodger, and it's not even finished yet. I just did the outside shell, because I'm going to work on the inside probably next winter, when it's cold outside, and then I can come in here and, you know, put a fan, because it gets really hot inside of here in the summertime. So I would really rather do the work outside where there's a breeze and this and that, and then in the wintertime I can work in here, put a fan and, you know, a space heater if I need it. It doesn't get that cold. Anyhow, but it would be really great if the videos were interesting enough that, you know, other people enjoyed them too. So I'm going to try the best that I can with the very limited amount of time that I have to make the best videos that I can. This video, sadly, I was kind of all over the place. That's just the way things went with this project. And it, you know, it really has been over like 3 months, because I've been on and off, and, you know, I've had a lot of distractions, you know, other than the boat. So, anyways, I'm going to try and post as regularly as I can, but I'm not, you know, monetized. I'm not making money, of course. You know, I've only made a couple videos, and I'm pretty excited about them. Both of them got over 400 views so far, and then it kind of tapered off to nothing. But still, that's not bad for, you know, a nobody who made, you know, two videos out of nowhere. So, but I would like to see that, because that gets me amped up and excited to make more videos. But every time I'm trying to learn how to do, you know, like make better to make better thumbnails, and I want to try and put some music on there other than what's on iMovie, because iMovie has maybe 6 stupid little jingles that, you know, aren't good, and I know it. And I wanted to do voiceovers, and I can't figure out how to do that, because I'd really not. I don't honestly, I don't feel super comfortable talking to my phone, especially when there's other people around. It's just sort of embarrassing for me right now, because I don't know. I guess you get used to it if you become an influencer, and that's not my goal, but it would be nice. It honestly, it would be nice if everybody loved what I was doing. But I don't really have the content. This is, doing a refit. It's kind of boring, and trying to make it exciting, because unless you're making something, like when I'm doing the interior, that'll be more exciting because I'm going to be making, permanent, furniture. This right here is going to be, I know I'm getting off track, but I'm going to be making a whole, there's going to be a galley, which is a kitchen. There's going to be a head, which is, a bathroom. I'm going to have a shower. There's going to be cabinets where I'm putting all of my clothes and tools and all the things that I'll need. I'm going to have a water system where I'm turning salt water into fresh drinking water. I'm going to have solar and lithium batteries or whatever's cool when I get to that point. Those will be later on down the road. I'm going to be doing the rigging. I have a new mast that I'm going to be using, or probably I'm going to be using. It's taller than the last mast that I had. It's 5 feet taller. I might cut it down. I don't know. I don't want my boat to flip over. And I have to look into those things, but I'm not worrying about that right now. Also, I'm going to be redoing the steering. I might be doing the same sort of setup, but all new. I'm going to be making rudders, and I'm going to be making these swing boards that go on the outsides of the hulls. They go up and down, and you can. It's lots of cool, exciting things, but redoing the deck, sanding and recoring and all that, it's not that interesting. It's not a lot of content, not good content anyways, that people are interested in. Especially most of my friends, and probably none of my family is interested in that DIY stuff. Anyways, if you made it this far, thank you so much. And like all the other YouTube channels say, if you don't mind liking and subscribing and doing all the things that help other people see the video. Again, I'm not making money. I just really do appreciate the what's the word in English? What's the English word for it? The support. It does really lift me up and get me excited. I was excited about this video and making it. Unfortunately, I'm not even sure it's going to be as good as my second video, because wow, it's just super dull what I'm doing. But anyways, I really do appreciate the support. Thank you so much. And my next video will probably most definitely be doing this deck, but I'll go into detail. I'll film everything, and if I can't figure out how to do voiceovers, then I'll just explain it while I'm doing it. Sometimes it's windy, and I know that's annoying, the wind blowing and that. I did buy a little microphone that you can clip. I haven't tried it yet. I don't even know how it works, but you clip it on there, and maybe that reduces the wind noise and gives you better sound quality. So on that video, I'll use that, and I'll try and figure out how to put good music in my video, so you don't have to listen to the stupid little tunes that I wish iMovie had a bigger selection. That'd be great. But anyhow, I'm going to wrap this up, and I got a lot of work to do. I'm not going to video it because it's just more of the same. I'm going to be sanding. I have a long sander that that helps you get, a not lumpy surface. And I'm not going to video that, but because if you saw my other video, I was using it on the top, and it's going to be a lot of that. And then I'll add more fairing, and that'll probably be it for today because of the cold. And then I'm just going to start sanding on the side. That's just busy work too. No reason to video that, but I will try and finish this up, edit this video, and put it out. And anyways, thanks again, and y'all be good. Cheers.